Okay, so I'm going to start with almond flour. I am going to use 1.5 cups. Okay, now I'm going to use some Swerve, and I'm going to use 1 cup. I generally like things to be sweeter. This, I'll tell you, is just lightly sweetened, and that's because we're going to put like a topping. So I got a cup there of Swerve. Next, I'm going to add, normally I use unflavored protein powder, but this time I'm going to use this vanilla one just to give it a little bit more of a flavor. This is what the macros look like on this one. I don't particularly like this one, it's just what I have, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of the protein powder and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I have both in here. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And in here I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now I'm going to mix all that up. Okay, now this is well combined, so I'm going to add the wet ingredients. I have 3 tablespoons of completely melted butter. Normally I would add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but this is the only vanilla I have and it has no flavor at all. So with this one, I'm going to try adding 2 teaspoons of this caramel syrup that I have. This tastes like maple, so it'll give it like a maple cinnamon kind of taste. Then I have 1/4 cup of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Okay, now I'm going to mix it all up. Okay, so that's what the consistency looks like. So now I'm going to put it in some donut pans. Hold on, let me do it. Alright, so I got 8. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up around the donut hole pans, just so nothing burns before the actual donuts are ready. I have the oven preheated to 325, and I'm going to cook them for 22 to 30 minutes. I just want them to start browning on top. This is what they look like just out of the oven. They cooked for 26 minutes for my oven. I made psyllium husk rolls for a different video. But I'm going to let these cool, and I'm going to start preparing my cinnamon sugar topping. Okay, so I am going to now do the topping for the donut. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I am going to go ahead and just brush this onto the donut, and after I brush the butter, I am going to dip it. I have these bowl plate kind of things, so I'm going to put 1/2 cup of xylitol. This does have calories, so that's something to be aware of. It is 0 net carbs though. And I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of this cinnamon. Okay, so here I got my butter. It is melted. It is melted, but it has cooled a little bit. Just going to lightly brush it on. I'm going to take it and dip it in the sugar mixture. And now when that cools, the butter will harden and the cinnamon sugar will remain on the donut. Okay, so I coated both sides like I showed you. Like that. I could have probably tried to do around the edges, but it was pretty well covered just doing both sides. Okay, so I am going to give this a taste. The butter on top gives it like a nice buttery taste to it. The sugar cinnamon on top makes it sweet like a donut. And then it's got this nice crumble inside, but it's also like light and airy. I think these turned out better than the other ones I've made in the past. I think they're awesome. They remind me kind of like a cakey donut. I wonder if I had deep fried them, how they would turn out. But the batter was so wet, I don't know that I'd be able to deep fry them, but I think these are a great keto donut. The cinnamon tastes really great. I've tried vanilla and chocolate, and I honestly think the cinnamon is the best one. You can obviously do different things with icings and things like that. I chose to do just the cinnamon and sugar, but I've done like marshmallow icing, chocolate icing, vanilla icing. You could do a lot. Also with the extracts, if you didn't want to do cinnamon, instead of putting that caramel syrup, you could have put strawberry extract and made strawberry donuts. That sounds really good. I'll probably try that the next time, but these are just a great keto donut option. I honestly didn't think it would turn out, but I've made this recipe multiple times and they've come out beautiful every time. One thing though, do grease the donut pans. I had done that in the past, but I didn't do it this time, and even though I had the silicone, they still stuck to the bottom and some of them tore. So definitely make sure you grease the donut pans. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. Let me know any ideas you have for future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!